What if I started off my channel with this? I have always wanted a subscriber just like you. Always wanted a channel with me and you. So let's make the most of this beautiful dish. Then you can learn my biggest wish. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my subscriber? Hello, subscriber. What if I start off my channel like that? Hey, welcome back, everyone. I'm Cheyenne Lancaster. You're watching Pinky Hooks. We're having dinner. Sunday dinner. Guess what we're having? Look. This is originally not what I was supposed to be having, but I want you to take a guess. Oh, you know what we're having today? Because I'm having a lazy weekend, as usual. God, I mean, Lord help me. I'm so sincere when I say Lord help me. What can I make out of mashed potatoes? Linda, don't judge. Okay, I'm not going to be standing up in here like I'm in the Navy peeling potatoes. Not going to happen, Captain. I don't have time for that. Not today. I'm doing instant potatoes and a can of corn and a bag of lentils, barley, peas, and lentils. You're wondering what I can make with that? What I'm making today is a vegan shepherd's pie, but vegan chili shepherd pie, right? So before we get into our conversation, I'm going to go ahead and start the lentils now so that you know, when I make chili, I do make vegan chili, and I used to use like the soy crumbles, like if you ever seen Gardeins, but then like I said, my body does real good with soy, but that's a frozen, oh God, look at my hair. That's a I just woke up. That's a frozen soy, and so it's going to have a lot more sodium in it. So a lot of times I will just go ahead and use lentils, because what you don't understand about lentils is that lentils, well, it's different types of lentils, okay? So you have red lentils, I think there's yellow, I have this, and this is a mixture with peas and barley, as you can see. But anyway, lentils has a very meaty texture. So vegans will tend to use lentils just like they will use what is that? Lentils and mushrooms. So I know you guys probably heard that, because think about it, mushrooms are kind of like chewy, you know. Some people be like, ew, they're slimy. It's like anything else that you prepare. It depends on how you prepare it, right? So I go to lentils. So while we're going to have our conversation, I'll get more into how I came to start doing vegan chili with lentils, you know. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let me go ahead and put this in the pot, because this is only going to take, this is not going to be as long as y'all think it is, okay? So let me go ahead and do that so we can start talking. Okay, so I'm excuse me, I'm about to start preparing the lentils, you know. Now what they suggest is that, yes, you can boil it in water, right? But I normally will boil it in vegetable broth just to give it some flavor. Because lentils it's bland, like they don't taste like anything, you know, until you start adding your spices and seasonings to it. But I'm gonna do something a little bit unorthodox, okay? Because I just checked the cabinet and realized I don't have any more vegetable broth. But guess what I do have? And this is where it's going to get interesting. I have French onion soup. That's right. So yes, I am going to use a little bit of this to boil my lentils. Okay, so I had to Lentils cook extremely quick. They pretty much about 15 minutes. That's why it's so quick for me to do this, okay? So I just reduced the heat and covered it up. And in the meantime, it is safe for me to go ahead and start my instant mashed potatoes. That's right, Linda. Instant mashed potatoes. And if y'all want to know why I keep talking to Linda about these instant mashed potatoes, she knows why. But I'm going to tell you a little story. Linda, when I met Linda, I was 20 and Linda was 18. And bless her heart, Linda thought she knew how to cook, but prepping Sunday dinner was cooking a pot of rice. She always had the rice cooker on her kitchen counter. It was always a fresh pot of rice, no matter what day you came to visit her, okay? She would go to Wingstop, or we would go to Wingstop, and Wings to Go, because we're from the East Coast. So we would go to Wings to Go, which is like Wingstop, right? And she get like a 30 piece or whatever, like mild or maybe medium or something like that. Come home with that 30 piece. And she put the rice on the plate, and then she would get some wings. She'd be like, hey, get some wings, right? And then she'd grab a can of Pepsi. She'd be like, you want something to drink? We get a can of Pepsi. And then she would take the sauce from the from the wings, and she sprinkled it around on her little, plate over her rice or whatever. And she was just like, voila, Sunday dinner or dinner is served. And if y'all ever saw Talladega Nights with Ricky Bobby, when that lady said, Ricky Bobby, get your behind down here. I done slaved over this food. And when you got down there, it was a grand buffet table. She had Kentucky Fried Chicken. She had Taco Bell. She had, I mean, it was just ridiculous. McDonald's, everything. And everybody was just like, oh, you really put out a spread. Like, that lady says she had slaved over dinner. And back in the day, that was Linda. Now, Linda is married to a wonderful man who, unfortunately, I said unfortunately, no, fortunately, he is spoiled by his loving wife on food, cooked food from scratch, okay? Every single time I will call Linda, right, after she got married. Linda, what are you doing? Oh, I'm peeling potatoes. What? I'm peeling potatoes because I'm making this dish. I'm peeling potatoes because we're having steak and potatoes. I'm peeling potatoes because we're having mashed potatoes. I'm peeling potatoes because we're having potato pancakes. I'm just peeling potatoes. It was to the point that I started getting scared for her, because I was just like, why are you peeling potatoes? And she's just like, oh, she's just like, there's no way. Chris isn't going to eat, like, he can tell processed food. I'm like, can he? And I'm like, whatever. I can doctor up some mashed potatoes, some instant mashed potatoes. He's not going to be able to tell the difference. But he would laugh. And she would say, hun, can't you tell the difference? And he'd be like, yeah. So I started thinking to myself, is this man holding her hostage? Because he must have her tied to a kitchen peeling potatoes. She cooks everything from scratch now. This woman has gone from thinking that dinner was served from rice and wings to literally peeling potatoes. So when I always say, Linda, I'm making such and such, and it has potatoes in there, she will say, are you making them from scratch? No, it's just me. Are you crazy? But, because I always be like, Linda, I'm not in the Navy. I'm not in prison where somebody's put me in a kitchen with a big old pot and a carving knife, peeling potatoes. But I just thought it was a cute story, because every single time I have to make mashed potatoes, I think of Linda. But I'm going to tell you right now, that woman can burn, okay? When I say she can burn, I don't mean she burns the food. I mean, she can cook. She can cook. And I am like so proud of her, because this woman went from making a pot of rice and going to go get some wings to like she's like the Japanese version of Paula Deen. Like, she can cook. For real. Cook. You know what I'm saying? So here I am on YouTube telling you, talking about making dinner, and I'm like, yay, instant potatoes. I bet you if Chris is looking, he'd be like, glad we not eating over there. Whatever. Yep. So it's just a cute story. I figured I'd tell y'all that. Okay, so as you can see, this is the lentil, which I'm actually about to turn this off and just let it stand. Okay, see how thick that consistency is, right? So once we let it stand and we let it cool, sorry, I'm trying to focus, y'all, holding this camera. I know I need a better setup. But it turns, the consistency turns in really thick. Okay. So now once this is I'm gonna take this off of the heat and let it stand, sit over here so it can cool off for a little bit. And I want it to thicken up, and then we got our little water boiling for Linda's instant mashed potatoes. Ha! Okay, so now the mashed potatoes, which only took like a hot second, is done. And now we have my lentil that's ready. It's a thick consistency. I'm just going to go ahead, add in the chili seasoning, right? I am worried about the sodium. Okay, I think I'm safe for right now. Look, I think I'm safe. And chili seasoning. And we're going to, because remember, it's supposed to be a vegan shepherd's pie, but the chili is our meat. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a couple can of corn. As soon as I find my can opener. Jeez, I'm so unorganized. Linda would die. She would die. She would be like, oh, I don't know where anything is. This is a mess. And I would say it's not a mess. It's just that I have there's a method to my madness. That's what she says. There's a method to my madness. And of course, we're going to drain the corn. I know I stepped off for camera. You guys can't see me. Oh, well. It's a one-man show. I'll be back. I am going to use this whole entire can. This can is, how many ounces is this? God, there's a lot of sodium in here. It is like corn, water, and salt. I don't think I'm going to put this whole thing in there. Shoot. I'm thinking I'm just going to use half of this little can. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm good. I'm so good. Because we still have to add in the tomato sauce. Okay, so let's see. I do need some chili sauce. Any chili sauce will do. Won't you please? Please won't you be my subscriber? Hello, YouTube. Now I'm going to keep singing that. And the problem is, you guys are going to keep singing it. It's going to be stuck in your head. How was y'all weekend? Oh, yeah. And while we're waiting, oh, dang it. I can't even got time to talk about the mashed potatoes. I mean, the mashed potatoes is ready. Ugh. Okay. I'm not measuring this, folks. I'm just going by what I know. Oh, you guys gotta see this. Oh, look at that. I'm about to grab the camera and show you the consistency so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is about, I'm sorry about the shadows, folks. It's just, the apartment lighting or whatever. Oh my God. It's just, it's just crazy. So you're going to see shadows all over the place, but I just wanted to show you. So I have my pie pan, I guess. It's a pie rice set. And I am going to put my chili mixture, of course, just like as if it was shepherd's pie, on the bottom. We're going to spread this around because remember, we still got to put the mashed potatoes on top. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is looking kind of tasty. Now, looking at this, you would be like, I mean, before you would like taste it, you won't really think that's a meat substance, right? Right. Let me get my mashed potatoes. And just to let y'all know, because we're going to put these mashed potatoes on top, and this is going to go into the oven. I have the oven preset to 425. It's not going to stay in there long. Nope, not going to stay in there long. So, oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't believe that I'm doing this. I know, it's always a problem. I'm always looking for something that I'm not prepared for. Anyway. Okay. Yes, I'm using a spatula. Oh my God, I hope I got enough mashed potatoes. I think it might be more chili than mashed potatoes, y'all. Oh well, y'all get the concept. Oh, look, I got lunch for the rest of the week. Oh man. Oh, it can't be shepherd's pie, y'all. I don't have enough mashed potatoes. Dang it. Dang. Okay. Okay. Look, we're going to wing this, y'all. We just going to wing it. We're going to... Ooh, I just came up with an idea. Hold that thought. All right. Well, I'm not going to say this has failed. We're not saying that, okay? We still eating vegan chili. I had no idea, and I bet you Linda's like, see, if you had to peel some potatoes, you would have had enough. Linda, nobody has time for that. This is about as best I could do. So, do you get the concept? Oh, it's not enough. Doggone it. Oh, well. It's not a botched plan, but it's still going in the oven. And it's only going to go in for probably like 5 minutes. So, let's put my how can I say this? Half-clothed shepherd's pie into the oven. Oh, well. Okay, so while that's in the oven, the half-naked shepherd's pie dish. I don't know how I did that one, but oh well, it's okay. It's going into my belly. I'm going to go ahead and just, clean up these dishes or, clean up the kitchen. So when that's ready to come out, boom, we're sitting down and we're having conversation. All right. All right. So there is my attempt at the shepherd's chili pie dish. And it is, I know it's going to be good. It is still what I wanted it to be. I just didn't have enough mashed potatoes. Oh, so now we know. Or what I should have did was just use a smaller dish, maybe like a little meatloaf dish, but nevertheless, let's get ready to eat and talk. Dinner is served. Whoa. Okay. I don't know. Oh, the sunlight is coming in on me. Let me fix that. Whew. Okay. Ha. Yup. So I'm ready to eat. All right. So y'all saw what happened. That I didn't have enough potatoes. But I just went ahead and cut up some avocado, right? And I got my mashed potatoes and my vegan chili. Can y'all see that? I know I'm sitting at the table. Anyway, and because I normally drink sparkling water, but carbonation, any type of carbonated drink, even if it's carbonated water, right? 0 calories, no sugar, nothing like that. But did you know that those bubbles from the carbonation sometimes can slow down the digestion process of when you're eating? Because why? There's air bubbles. So what happens? Air bubbles, they move all over the place, and eventually your food will digest. But basically, you're kind of like tackling the food that's coming down when you take in carbonation. Your food is trying to go where it needs to go to, so it can start saying, okay, if your food has vitamin B or it has vitamin K in it, okay, I need to go here, I need to go there, I need to go there. And it's playing like dodgeball, trying to get around the bubbles. Yep. That's my little way of putting things. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I like these. Can you see that? Come on, focus, 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 focus. I don't know. I don't think it wants to focus. These are called Botanicals cold water infusion. So they look like tea bags, and this particular flavor that I'm drinking is and I don't think it's going to focus right. It is called blueberry citrus basil. Now, I know you're probably like, basil in water. Yes, it's good. And I just opened one of these up. It is a cold brew. And I put it in a Mason's jar, good old-fashioned Mason's jar. Put some cold water in there. And sometimes I drink this without sweetening it. And then other times, like today, I probably will put like a Truvia in there. I think I'm sweating, y'all, because it's hot. We're talking about I turned on the oven in Texas in the summertime. Like, what was I thinking? Right? Right. Let me try to get this thing to focus. Okay. Woo! Wait a minute. I need a napkin. Oh, God, it's so hot. Oh. Woo! All right. So while we're letting this infusion, and it will turn colors, we're going to go ahead and thank the Lord for this meal. Bless us, O Lord, in these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. Bon appetit. Yeah, I had to put some kind of green on my plate. I hope Linda didn't hear that. I have a habit of putting the fork in my mouth and then letting my teeth go and then sliding it back out. It drives her crazy, but Linda, you may have to mute this episode. Give me a little bit of avocado right here. Okay. Okay, people. I'm sorry. It was good. So, how was everybody's weekend? You know what? Before we go any further, I do want to acknowledge our fellow Americans that is in Louisiana right now dealing with that storm. Oh man, may God have mercy and protect everyone in that storm. You know, Mother Nature is very interesting. I mean, for crying out loud, I live in Texas. You know, we've had a very good season as far as tornadoes. You know, we haven't had a heavy tornado season this year. But this is Texas. Those things can come at any given time, you know. So, because I never forget that year that it came, what? I think it was like 1 or 2 days no, I think it was the day after Christmas, a couple of years ago. And that tornado ripped that community apart. I mean, who's thinking about a tornado the day after Christmas? Nobody. No, man thinks he can control everything. But Mother Nature is not to be played with. She don't care. She really does not care. But I'm sorry. It's a mouthful of savoriness. I don't even think that's a word. But I've been making up words. Anyway. It was so good. You know something I want. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. So, the reason why I still make vegan chili is because before COVID hit, I was like transitioning out of vegetarian into full-blown vegan. And I had been doing it for a couple of years. But when the pandemic hit, and everybody in America was going crazy, because we was like, oh my God, we're going to be stuck inside forever. And nobody knew, we didn't know, right? So I went ahead, I got ahead of the game. I got it ahead of the game thanks to my boss. Probably like, I would say like mid-February. See, most people was not preparing in mid-February. It really kind of started in March, right? So when I say I was preparing, I was thinking about what if I'm locked, right, in my home and I can't go out or whatever. I mean, I stockpiled hay, rabbit litter, like all of Ruby's stuff, you know. All of her stuff, I just went to, I mean, nobody's paying attention to you stockpiling, you know, pet supplies. So, you know, I made sure that she had everything, you know, or what that she needed. Then what I did was I was thinking to myself, remember, you didn't know if we were going to lose power, if you know, like, will we have water, you know, soap? I mean, you saw what happened with the toilet paper or whatever. So what I started thinking about was, there's only so much food I can fit in the freezer and the refrigerator, right? So I went to places like the dollar store. Okay, sorry, I had to restart my camera. So I went to places like the dollar store, Big Lots, you know, stuff like that. And what do you think I was buying? In my mind, I wasn't thinking about like, okay, I need to still be able to eat healthy and stay on track. I was thinking about foods that have long shelf life. So that meant a lot of processed food, which was something at the time I did not keep. Like, if I want like processed foods, like you could go into my pantry at that time or my freezer and find maybe, I don't know, like 4 items. I mean, other than canned goods, and it wasn't even a lot of that, you was not going to find it. So I was just like, okay, I'm going and I'm going to buy this cheap food, that is cheap, it is in abundance here in America. So I bought Chef Boyardee. I hadn't eaten Chef Boyardee since, I don't know, maybe in my 20s, like when you get your first apartment, you don't have a lot of money. So I went ahead, I stockpiled Chef Boyardee, and then I was buying stupid stuff like stuff that I had not consumed in years, like steakums. I was just like, okay, well, this is quick. It was like, and just frozen dinners, like a whole bunch of that foolishness. So what I'm saying is that I put aside the lifestyle, my lifestyle, the healthy stuff that I was doing, because I really thought that we was going to be like on lockdown forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was going to have to do some Walking Dead crap, where they be rationing out the foods or whatever. And you get whatever you can get. So you don't have to go back out there and deal with the zombies. But what I'm saying is, in that little bit of time, so my job, I think we stopped going in the last week of February, I think. Maybe the first week of March. And in that time period, what I'm saying is, it doesn't take much for your palate to get accustomed to eating crap again. Because you have to remember, those foods are saturated with sugars, starches, corn syrups, or whatever. And those are addicting foods. And your food palate will change. Now, when I first started eating, of course, I was getting sick. I was just like, my body's like, what the hell is she putting? What is she sending down? And I went through the breakout, just stomach aches, feeling tired or whatever. And that was bad because it was affecting my mind. I mean, people were already depressed because they were locked up, right? So now here I am feeding my body this crap. And unfortunately, once we came off a lockdown, like my job, they ain't waste no time. They told us we had to go back to work. I think we went back to work. It was like 2 or 3 days before Memorial Day. I'm talking about of 2020. When everybody else was still at home, we was like the only people in the building. I was not happy about that, but nevertheless. So by the time we came back, my food palate had changed, and I was addicted to it again. And then I started consuming, what I call dead carcass. I started consuming little by little, because it had went from fish to chicken, and then I was starting to eat some red meats here and there. And every time I would consume any kind of red meat, I would just be sick to my stomach. But the other thing was that I was addicted again to those processed foods. And so I believe that's what triggered all this inflammation in my hands and sometimes in my feet. It's a bad thing, So the goal is to reverse my food palate to basically starve, that desire to eat the sugar, the high processed foods. It's hard. It's very hard. Once you get on that crap, I mean, it is. It's like getting on crack, I guess. You hear these stories of people that say, oh, I was at a party. I tried crystal meth and crack. I thought it was going to be a one-time shot. That's their hearts. It wasn't a one-time shot. Those people didn't want to get addicted. And I believe people who are overweight, I'm talking about people who really can't control themselves, they don't want to eat like that. They really don't. If you watch 600 Pound Life, I mean, some of the things they're saying, I mean, it's sick, but it's honest. They don't want to be like that. And it's hard. When people be like, just stop eating. When someone is addicted to foods and they don't know why, right? They don't understand the process, like the process that I just explained. You know, that's kind of mean to say, just stop eating. That's like telling, you know, like a fish, you know, just stop swimming. They're doing what comes natural at that point. It's like telling a baby, just stop crying. They can't. They can't. Stir it up. Anyway, I'm gonna change the subject. This food was good, y'all. You see, now it looks like that. Okay, it's like a light, you know, color. I know I keep looking over the camera because the football game is on. Well, one of many. Giants and the Patriots is the only time that I'll be rooting for the Patriots. Because anybody in my division, sorry, I need for you to go down. I know it's only preseason, but who cares? So, I know I don't have a lot to say today. Well, I do have a lot, but I know I'm pausing a lot. But this food is good. And yes, Linda, Christopher, mashed potatoes are good. And to my boss, she's like, Linda, she makes mashed potatoes from scratch. And they are the bomb. This is everybody else asking my boss what they want. Everybody else be like, Anna, can I have a raise? She be like, Shaw, what do you want? Can you make me some of your mashed potatoes? That's how good those mashed potatoes are. True statement. So good. That was good, y'all. So, I just want to say, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to put the links below for this infusion water from Bigelow. Is that how I say it? Bigelow? I don't know. I just don't like that. Like, Bigelow. Maybe they want to say Bigelow. Is it Bigelow? Because I don't like saying Bigelow because it sounds too close to Gigolo. Oh, I might have ate that too fast. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to put the link below. And I don't know. Should I just go ahead and try to describe in the description box, you know, like how to do this? But I basically, yeah, I don't know what if I should do that. You know what? I already know what I'm gonna do. Don't worry about that. I'll put the recipe somewhere in this video. when I go to edit it. Look, telling all my secrets. Oh. It's good. So, I just want to say happy Sunday evening, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being patient while I just ramble about anything crazy. Linda and her cooking history. Again, please, everyone, keep Louisiana in your prayers. This is a serious time for them. When one of our states gets hit with a natural disaster, or the forces of nature, that's when you realize, there's something bigger than us. And it's scary, and it's a helpless feeling when you can't stop that from happening. But the one thing that they're going to need is our support and all of our help. And I'm pretty sure there will, the Red Cross and the Salvation Army will come into play where we can make, donations. Or if you don't want to donate, there's so many different programs that, you can go and volunteer or sign up for, or whatever, whatever's going to be easy for you to do. We just all need to lend, a helping hand in this time of need. So, yep. Yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry. I know I'm all over the place, but anyway. I hope that everybody had a great evening. Thank you for stopping by. And as usual, have a good evening, Barbara. Have a good evening, Linda. Have a good evening, Dad and Mom. Have a good evening, Anil. I hope you feel better. Have a good evening, Miller. I don't know if you're looking at this game. Well, you probably not. I mean, since you're a Packer fan. But anyway. Have a good evening, Bridget. And the new subscriber. I will still talk about the new subscriber. Yay! All right. So hopefully I will see you guys later on this week with something new in the crocheting world. Okay? So until next Sunday. And I have to go. I'm going back to the doctor's tomorrow because I've had some really bad inflammation in my hands. And so I don't know what's going to happen with that, but he'll take care of it. He'll take care of it. But anyway, yep. So thanks for stopping by. Peace out, homies.